Liverpool have officially confirmed another departure this summer, but this is far more than a routine move. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. One of the club's brightest young prospects is heading out in search of regular first-team football, with the Reds believing this could be a crucial step in his long-term development. While the senior squad continues its preparations for the new campaign, Liverpool have quietly agreed a deal that could shape the future of their goalkeeping department. Highly rated Hungarian goalkeeper Armin Peksi has completed a season-long loan move to Austrian Bundesliga side TSV Hartberg, where he is expected to become the club's first-choice goalkeeper. The 21-year-old was omitted from Liverpool's pre-season tour of the United States specifically to finalize the move, underlining how close the agreement had become behind the scenes. Although Peksi only arrived from Puskas Academia in a deal worth around £1.5 million last summer, Liverpool's plan for his development has always been clear. The club wanted him to spend his first year adapting to English football and training within the Reds' elite environment before taking the next step with consistent senior football elsewhere. That opportunity has now arrived. Hartberg have handed Peksi the chance to establish himself as the number one ahead of the new Austrian Bundesliga campaign, with Liverpool confident the experience will accelerate his progress. Despite sitting behind Alisson Becker, Georgi Mamadashvili, and Freddie Woodman in the current pecking order, Peksi has impressed coaches at the AXA training center and is viewed as a goalkeeper with significant long-term potential. The Hungarian youngster certainly isn't lacking senior experience either. Before joining Liverpool, he made 70 first-team appearances across spells with Puskas Academia and Czechva, earning a reputation as one of Hungary's most promising young goalkeepers. His progress was rewarded earlier this year when he received his first senior international call-up, making his debut for Hungary after coming off the bench against Kazakhstan. Speaking after completing the move, Peksi couldn't hide his excitement. "I'm very happy to be at TSV Hartberg now. The club has a clear strategy of developing young players while also being successful. That's exactly what convinced me from the start." Hartberg manager Markus Schopp was equally enthusiastic, revealing just how highly the Austrian side rate Liverpool's young shot-stopper. "I think it's fantastic that one of the biggest clubs in Europe has entrusted us with one of the greatest goalkeeping talents again this season. That speaks volumes for TSV Hartberg because they've always done excellent work in this position in recent years. With Armin, we're getting my desired goalkeeper who perfectly matches our profile." Peksi becomes the latest name to leave Anfield during a busy summer of squad reshaping. He follows midfielder Kyle Kelly, who has already joined Forest Green Rovers on loan, while defender Amara Nallo is closing in on a season-long move to HJK Helsinki. Elsewhere, Tommy Pilling is expected to complete a permanent transfer to Slovakian outfit MFK Zemplin Michalovce. Lucas Stevenson has already sealed a £700,000 switch to Bolton Wanderers, and Carter Pinnington has joined West Brom after Liverpool agreed to waive an upfront fee in exchange for performance-related add-ons. For Peksi, however, this loan could prove to be one of the most important moves of Liverpool's summer. Regular top-flight football in Austria offers the perfect opportunity to continue his development, and if he impresses as expected, the Reds could welcome back a goalkeeper far closer to challenging for a place in the first-team picture. In other news, Zabani looked destined to establish himself as a long-term star at Paris Saint-Germain after completing his £57 million move from Bournemouth just last summer. But in a surprise twist, reports now suggest the Ukrainian international has been offered to Liverpool, handing the Reds an unexpected chance to reunite one of Europe's most dependable young defenders with the manager who helped shape his career. According to journalist Alex Crook, Zabani has been offered to both Liverpool and Chelsea as uncertainty grows over his future in Paris. It's a development that has certainly raised eyebrows given how settled the 23-year-old appeared during his first season with the French champions, where he became a regular starter almost immediately after arriving. What makes Liverpool's interest particularly intriguing is the number of connections already in place. Andoni Iraola worked with Zabani for 2 seasons at Bournemouth and repeatedly praised the defender's mentality, consistency and leadership, while sporting director Richard Hughes was the man responsible for bringing him to the South Coast in the first place. Those existing relationships could give Liverpool an advantage should PSG decide to sanction a move. The reports also back up comments made by Liverpool journalist David Lynch, who recently urged supporters not to dismiss the links. Speaking on the Redmen TV, Lynch admitted that while negotiations may take a little time to develop, it's certainly one to watch over the coming weeks, rather than a rumour with no substance behind it. The timing couldn't be much better for Liverpool either. Following Ibrahima Konaté's departure to Real Madrid, Iraola is actively looking to strengthen the heart of his defence. Virgil van Dijk remains the leader of the back line, but there are still question marks surrounding the depth behind him. Jeremy Jacquet is highly regarded but is yet to make his Premier League debut. Giovanni Leone continues his recovery from ACL surgery, while Joe Gomez's versatility means he could often be required at right back instead of centrally. That leaves an obvious opening for an experienced Premier League proven centre-half, and Zabani certainly fits that profile. Still only 23 years old, he already has years of top-flight experience in England, has played Champions League football, and knows exactly what Iraola expects from his defenders. Perhaps the biggest indication of how highly Iraola rates Zabani came from his own words during their time together at Bournemouth. The Liverpool boss admitted he barely ever considered taking the defender out of his team, saying, "I'm not sure if we decided to change him 1 minute in the time I've been here." So that basically says everything about the confidence we have in him and how reliable and how robust he is. Iraola went even further, praising not only Zabani's performances, but also his character, describing him as very easy to coach, before explaining how he'd grown into a leader within the squad. He added that the Ukrainian's attitude in training was exemplary, and concluded with perhaps the strongest endorsement any manager can give, simply saying, "I love him personally and as a player." Those comments speak volumes. Managers don't often publicly praise players to that extent, and if Zabani really is available, Liverpool may now have a golden opportunity to reunite him with the coach who helped elevate him into one of Europe's most sought-after defenders.